Hello, this is Patricia, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States, and more specifically here in Alaska. Today we are going to do this card using a new stamp set called Eden's Garden. It's brand new. As a matter of fact, it's not even available to customers yet. If you are a demonstrator, however, you can get this stamp set already, and the dies and the papers that go with it. I'll show you the papers next time and we'll do something with them then. But Eden's Garden, we're not even going to use the dies today, but I'll show them to you anyway. We will do something. So this is a label die. This is a border die. This is a wreath, and the thing that's cool about this, even though it is a rectangle, you could cut it out and then cut out some sections out of the center and make it a circle, so you could have a round wreath. And then here's another label die and another just side piece. As I said, we will do some of that next time. So here are the sentiments. Dear friend, how are you? Awesome. Love that. As a matter of fact, that would work very well on this card. My heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything. Hello there. Sending hugs. And let's celebrate everything. Then here's the larger stamp. And they are all distinctive. But distinctive means, do you see the highs and lows, the darks and lights on that? And all of them have that, but you can really see it on this one. So let's look at this. This is the card that we are going to make. Very, very simple. And we'll do that. And you'll notice that we did decorate our envelope as well as the inside of our card. And so we're going to get to it. No more wasting time. Here. Oh goodness, tried to choke myself. I have a couple of setups here. Both of them, excuse me, are a little bit different. So this one is 8.5 by 11 cut in half on the 8 1/4 or 8.5 inch side, and I cut it at 4 1/4. This one is another 8.5 by 11, but I cut it on the 8.5 inch side, and I cut it at 5.5, or excuse me, I cut it on the 11 inch side and I cut it at 5.5, which is half of that. But it doesn't matter which one of these you use, because my paper, my cardstock that goes on the front will fit either one. It doesn't matter. It's just a matter of, do you want to open your card this way? Or you could change it and go this way. Or do I want to open it this way? It doesn't matter. All right, but we are going to let's look at the measurements to start with. So I already said we have our 8.5 by 11 cut at 5.5. This sheet page or cardstock piece is 4 by 5 1/4. This is my color piece. Notice the last one I did in Misty Moonlight. This one we are going to do in Merry Merlot. Everything is either white or whatever color I choose to use. So this one again, 4 by 5 1/4, and my layered piece or my white, basic white cardstock is 3 1/4 by 4.5. It is the simplest card. Okay, not the simplest, but it is very, very simple. So I'm going to open my Merry Merlot. I am going to take the larger stamp, okay, the one that is really, you can see all that distinctiveness to it, if you will. And I am going to, notice when I just tap, tap, tap. I'm not pressing. I'm not doing chest compressions. I'm just tap, tap, tap. And then I am going to, now here, not necessarily chest compressions, but I am going to give it, you know, a good press. And a couple of seconds, let that color transfer from your stamp to your cardstock. Then I want to take my sentiment. Now this sentiment, if you want to know what it is, look down in the comments. I will place it there. But the other one, I did Sending Hugs, which is from the what's the name of it? Eden's Garden. All right. The reason I put this first one on there is because I want a general place, okay, to put my sentiment. And now I want to put my sentiment on there, straight down, don't rock it, and lift it up, okay? Because I don't want this to, I don't want to put my side pieces, my side stamps, like I did here. I don't want to get them in the way of my Sending Hugs, okay? So I'm going to, again, tap, 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 and I'm going to go up here to the top and just give myself, again, good compression. Again, it's not chest compressions. Okay, nice, already looking great. And then I'm going to take my little branch and I'm going to go around. So what I don't want to have is this little stem. I don't want that sticking out in the middle of my card somewhere. So I'm just going to kind of go around, give it some little edge stamping. Okay, whoa, we don't want to have that stem. So there, okay, a little bit more. I think we'll come from the bottom right there. And then, there we go. And I'm going to slip just a little bit right there. Okay, see that? Looking nice. Love it. Very nice. Now, I will take all of these and stamp them off really good. Okay, if I were going to do another card, for example, I have these other two that I did in the Misty Moonlight. I did 3 of them at one time. So then I wouldn't stamp off. I would do my other cards. Okay, then I'm going to take my mat, what's it called? My scrub mat. I can't remember every time. I'm going to spray it on here with the Stampin' Mist and then wash it. Whoa, sorry, it's shaking. I'll hold it in my hand. Shake it or scrub it on this side. This is the wet side. And then I'll go to the dry side and it's clean. Okay, so again, I've stamped off. Try to get as much of that ink off as you can. Then on my wet side with the spray and on the dry side. There we go. By the way, this is an old scrub mat, so it won't look exactly like this, but it's very similar. So on my wet side, scrub, and then dry. And my stamps are now clean, and they've been conditioned with my Stampin' Mist. Okay. So now, whoa, I need to close that ink before I get ink all up. Oh, I shouldn't have even cleaned them off. I forgot to stamp the inside of my card. That's okay. All right, so now I'm going to turn this over. It's had a minute or two to dry. Not that it really needs it, but, you know, rather safe than sorry, right? So I'm going to put my Stampin' Dimensionals on here. And I like, if I've got a fairly good size piece, I like to go ahead and put 6 on there. So poke my fingernail in the middle of each of those, take my, it pops up the edges, makes it easy to get that backing off, and then I'm going to put it on my color piece like that, get it centered, push those nicely, and then I'm going to go ahead. Now these do not, they're not really the right color, but you know what? You can't tell. They look pretty nice to me. It doesn't say what colors they actually are, but I am going to take one of the red ones, put that on there. I'm going to take a medium-sized red one, or burgundy. Come on, get out of there. There we go. and put that, I think I'll put that one down here, and then the little one, come, there we go, and it will go there. Nice, looks wonderful. So these are holiday rhinestone basic jewels. Here's another hint. Let's say I had these clear, they're not really clear, but they're close. And I wanted to use this because I just don't have anything that's the right color. Use my blends, those are alcohols, and just color it in the color that you are stamping with, and voila, let it dry, and voila, you have got the correct color. Okay, there was just a little bit of a ridge there. I am going to use my bone folder to smash that out, and it's going to go on my card base, and we are done. How quick and easy is that? Okay, and get it evenly spaced all the way around. One of the reasons I really like using my liquid glue is it does give me that second or two to finish putting the card on there, or adjust it if it's not evenly spaced. So there we go. We have, let me find the one that's already done. There we go. We have our 2 cards. Nice. Now, I would do my envelope, of course, and I used the big one here in the corner and the big one here on the envelope. And then I also, now let me see which one. Yeah, I already decorated this one. Now on another one, let me see, figure out which one it was. Oh, it's both of these, I think. So on here, I put the big one here and then the little one up there in the corner. And this one, I did the opposite. I put the big one here and the little one down here in the corner. So there's lots of things that you can do with this. I love this particular set. It's just beautiful. Now, obviously, this is only one very small thing that you can do with this particular stamp set, but pretty cool. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. I so much appreciate that. Comments below, just saying I watched it or anything works for me. If you have not already subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would do that. I am working to build my group here on YouTube. And then once you have subscribed, right next to that subscribe button is a bell. You can ring that bell and select all, and every video that I post, then you will get a notification. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time. Happy scrapping.